you all for being here for this day of fun and fellowship, and thank God for the weather. I know it rained for about 20 seconds, but that's all right. Again, my name is Carla and I am one of the 3 women in the new women's community, the Women of Jesus' Merciful Passion. I just want to share a brief testimony. I was raised Catholic, and I'm what you call a military brat, so we traveled around with my dad to his different assignments around the world as a family. And when I was 14, I remember seeing a religious sister, and I remember just being struck with like curiosity and just kind of wondered how she was so joyful and happy, and how she could survive with without things that we're told that we need. So I just kind of studied her and ended up volunteering with their community and doing missionary work in Mexico and Chicago and also Detroit. And when I went away to college, though, I began to question my faith and everything about it, and just really fell away from the church and started doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. For about 4 years, I pretty much did whatever I wanted, and I didn't practice the faith really only until I would go home to my mom's house or when I was with family. But I remember just after about 4 years of doing that, just waking up sad, and I was just so curious because I'm like, I'm doing all these things that are supposed to make me happy. Why am I not happy? Why am I sad? And it was around that time that I really heard the Lord in my soul just calling me to follow Him. And it was a gentle but persistent call that I couldn't ignore. And I really wrestled with the idea for a few months and just kind of ignored it, but it just kept coming back and coming back. And then finally I just decided, okay, I'm going to take the leap of faith. And sure enough, God swooped me up. And I started going to Bible studies, attending women's retreats, getting involved in learning, really studying the treasures of the Catholic faith. And at that time, the idea of religious life came up again. And it was again more of a curiosity. And I remember just thinking, okay, what is this all about? You know, are people still called? And really, I was a little scared because I'm like, what if God wants me to give up everything? You know, will I ever be happy? And I remember just little by little, you know, I would kind of put the idea on the back burner and then come back to it, but it just wouldn't go away. So finally, not too long ago, a couple of years ago, I remember it was like, okay, I have to try it. And I have to give it my all because I was still had it at a distance, the whole idea. And again, I gave my yes and decided to take the leap of faith and really discern with all of my strength and my soul the call to religious life. Is God calling me to this? And so again, I took the leap and God swooped me up. And I started working here and just learning about ministry, working with people, and just really being sensitive to where God is calling me. And it was just the past 4 years just continue to grow. And last April, the Archbishop, or this April, not too long ago, the Archbishop gave us permission and his blessing and approval to begin living in community here on the property. And it's not an official order because we just began, but us 3 are living in the dwelling place. And as in the book Vita Consecrata, there's a quote from Pope St. John Paul II that says, "Consecrated life is a precious and necessary gift for the present and future of the people of God. Since it is an intimate part of her life, her holiness, and her mission. No vocation is better than another, because we're all called to bear fruit for the Lord by the way we live our lives. I know many of you have been praying for me specifically for years, and especially for this community, and I'm so grateful. This is an extraordinary experience to be part of the founding of an order, a new community, which God willing one day will be a religious order of consecrated women called the Sisters of Jesus' Merciful Passion. And you're an integral part of this trailblazing experience that is a call from the heart of Jesus for our time right now through our mother foundress, Catherine Lonnie. So I invite you to continue the journey and let us explore this opportunity again, an extraordinary opportunity. And I pray that Jesus, the divine mercy, bless you. Thank you.